Now that you're in college, you've got the freedom to make your own decisions about your life. That includes how much and how often you plan to drink. Before you start partying, get wise to the fact that you might not be aware of some of the dangers of alcohol. There are three things I'm going to cover with you, and that is alcohol and gender, alcohol poisoning, and consequences of drinking alcohol. First, with alcohol and gender, how alcohol discriminates between men and women. A woman's ability to dilute alcohol is less than men. The average total body composition of water for women is 52% and for men is 61%. Metabolizing alcohol is also different between men and women. Women have a smaller quantity of dehydroxygenase, an enzyme that breaks down alcohol. Men have a larger quantity, which allows them to break down alcohol more easily. Hormonal factors also play a factor in alcohol consumption. Women's hormones fluctuate throughout the month, and different times of the month alcohol is more easily absorbed by women. This doesn't rarely happen in men. Not only are there differences in alcohol consumption between men and women and simply just being drunk, a person can also suffer from alcohol poisoning. Alcohol poisoning in acute intoxication can occur after a large ingestion of large amounts of alcohol. Inexperienced drinkers and those that are sensitive to alcohol suffer serious consequences from drinking just small amounts of alcohol. Many students are surprised to learn that death can occur from alcohol intoxication. Knowing the signs and symptoms of alcohol intoxication and the proper action to take can greatly avoid a tragedy. According to the article, College Drinking, Death on the Rise, states, alcohol-related deaths, heavy drinking episodes, and drunk driving have all been on the rise on college campuses over the past decade. According to the Core Institute, an organization that surveys college drinking practices, 300,000 of today's college students will eventually die of alcohol-related causes such as drunken driving accidents, cirrhosis of the liver, various cancers, and heart disease. When it's time for a medical emergency, you need to know what the signs and symptoms are of an alcohol-poisoned person. Unconsciousness or semi-unconsciousness, slow respirations, cold, clammy, bluish skin, strong alcohol odor. What do you need to do to help someone? You need to call 911 immediately and wait for emergency transport. In the meantime, you want to gently turn the person on his or her side. This is most important to prevent aspiration should the person vomit. Stay with the person until help arrives. One night of heavy drinking can impair your ability to think abstractly for up to 30 days, limiting your ability to relate to textbook reading, to compare it to what the professor says, or to think through a football play. 30 days. Consequences of drinking. Consequences of excessive and underage drinking affect virtually all college campuses and communities, whether college students choose to drink or not. Some staggering statistics. 1,700 college students between the ages of 18 and 24 die each year from alcohol-related unintentional injuries. About 25% of college students report academic consequences of their drinking, including missing class, falling behind, doing poorly on exams or papers, and receiving lower grades overall. I have a chart here that talks about alcohol and academics, and there's a neat comparison between the number of drinks that you drink per week and what grades you might receive. This little one here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but 3.6 drinks, you can still get an A if you just drank 3.6 drinks a week. If you decide to have 10 plus 6 drinks a week, you end up with D's and F's. So keep that in mind when you make your decisions on choosing to drink. 400,000 students between the ages of 18 and 24 report having been too intoxicated to know if they consented to having sex. More than 150,000 students develop alcohol-related health problems, and between 1.2 and 1.5% of students indicate that they try to commit suicide. Now that you have some information about college drinking, I hope you are able to make better decisions about alcohol consumption. Have a nice college career.